and before the events of the Majin Buu saga. While traversing Snake Way in the afterlife, Goku, accompanied by Bubbles, Gregory, and King Kai, head toward the fabled master of the other world. Despite his apparent urgency, King Kai assures Goku that there's no need to rush since, in the afterlife, time is infinite. Goku's excitement at the prospect of meeting the master prompts King Kai to correct his speech, emphasizing the importance of addressing the figure properly as the Grand Kai, ruler of the afterlife. King Kai explains the celestial hierarchy. Each quadrant of the universe, north, south, east, and west, has its own Kai, with King Kai being the overseer of the northern quadrant. However, above them all stands the Grand Kai, who governs the afterlife and is a renowned master of martial arts. His home serves as a prestigious training ground for heroic fighters who, like Goku, retain their bodies after death due to their noble deeds. The mention of heroic fighters excites Goku, causing him to nearly push King Kai off Snake Way in his eagerness to meet them. Unsure of how to reach the Grand Kai's planet, Goku learns they must board a vessel called the Higher Plane, located near King Yema's castle. Using instant transmission, Goku quickly transports his group to King Yema's domain, where they receive permission to board the plane. Before departing, an ogre marvels at Goku, remarking that his extraordinary deeds, such as saving Earth from Cell, earned him the privilege of keeping his body after death. Amid the bustle of souls awaiting judgment, Goku and King Kai board the Higher Plane, leaving Bubbles and Gregory behind. As they travel, Goku admires the scenic outer world, comparing its beauty to the less impressive appearance of the Grand Kai's planet, a comment that earns him a scolding from King Kai. Upon arrival, they observe a bustling training ground filled with warriors from across the universe, including fighters from the Northern Quadrant. King Kai introduces one of these warriors, a 2,000-year veteran, astonishing Goku with the sheer longevity of the fighter's training. Finally, they reach the Grand Kai's palace, where Goku's excitement grows, though King Kai repeatedly reminds him to behave. King Kai admits that even he has never seen the Grand Kai fight, but assures Goku that the Grand Kai's battle skills are legendary. Their anticipation is interrupted when the West Kai arrives with his prized fighter, Pikkon, a tall, stoic alien. West Kai mocks King Kai, laughing at his death and belittling his achievements. A heated exchange ensues, with King Kai defending Goku as a hero who has repeatedly saved the galaxy. The two Kais argue about the prowess of their students, with Goku and Pikkon drawn into the rivalry. Just as the tension escalates, a commanding voice silences everyone, prompting all but Goku to bow. A beam of light erupts from the palace, and the Grand Kai himself appears, an unassuming, casually dressed figure dancing to music. Goku, bewildered by his relaxed demeanor, questions if this is truly the ruler of the afterlife. The Grand Kai halts his music to address Pikkon, tasking him with resolving a disturbance in hell caused by Cell, Frieza, and other villains. Shocked by the revelation, Goku volunteers to assist, despite Pikkon's insistence that he doesn't need any help. In Hell, the villains terrorize the ogres, with Cell torturing one to learn a way back to the living world. When Cell throws the ogre toward a mountain of needles, Goku intercepts, saving him. Recognizing Goku, Frieza expresses confidence, pointing out their numerical advantage. The Ginyu Force attacks, but Goku, using his Super Saiyan power, easily dispatches them. Cell then challenges Goku, only to be interrupted by Pikkon, who overwhelms him with swift, powerful moves. Pikkon's prowess astonishes Goku, particularly when he defeats Frieza and King Cold with a single blow each before sealing their fate with the Hyper Tornado technique. The villains are left battered in a jail cell, watched by Goku and Pikkon. Goku acknowledges that Pikkon didn't need his help after all, but Pikkon graciously thanks him regardless. With the task complete, the two prepare to return to the Grand Kai's planet. Goku eagerly shares his impressions of Pikkon's strength with King Kai, who casually points out that there are many warriors capable of matching Pikkon's power. As they walk, many of King Kai's students emerge to greet their teacher and Goku. Among them, King Kai introduces Goku to Olibu, a fellow Earthling whom most of Earth's heroic legends are based on. He also explains that all the heroic fighters are training for an astonishing 10,000 years before earning the privilege of a lesson from the Grand Kai himself. Their conversation is interrupted when the other three Kais, East, West, and South approach, poking fun at King Kai for being dead. Curious about who the strangers are, Goku turns to Olibu, who clarifies for him, the tallest among the trio being the South Kai, and the shorter woman being the East Kai. Goku questions how many Kai there are in total, and Olibu notes that there are only 4, at least on their level. He then explains the hierarchy of the Kai again, with the 4 Goku's acquainted with being above Hell and Snake Way, and the Grand Kai being above all the rest. Amid further jabs from East Kai on the Northern Kai being dead, West Kai proposes holding a tournament to determine which Kai has trained the strongest student. The Grand Kai, clearly intrigued by the idea, agrees and offers a free private lesson to whoever wins the competition. He leads the group to the Otherworld Stadium, a colossal arena floating in the vastness of space. Goku can hardly contain his excitement at the thought of competing, but East Kai, looking to diminish his enthusiasm, questions his right to participate. She challenges Goku to a race to test his qualifications, promising her approval if he can beat her. King Kai encourages Goku to accept.
1300円分のポイントが今すぐもらえます。今この広告を見ている方限定。1300円分のポイントはすぐに
Goku to accept, and the race begins. Initially, East Kai takes the lead, but Goku uses his agility to bounce off meteors and catch up. She counters by accelerating into hyperspeed, but Goku, holding back his full power, manages to match her. In the end, they cross the finish line simultaneously, only to find the Grand Kai waiting for them. Playfully, he holds up a gold medal and places it on himself, declaring that he arrived first. As the tournament prepares to kick off, each Kai cheers on their respective students. Goku is particularly thrilled to see Pikkon competing, and King Kai notes that this tournament will be more intense than anything Goku's experienced while being alive. The announcer steps forward to explain the rules as the crowd roars with excitement. The opening match pits Olibu against Chapuchai, a diminutive fighter from the East Quadrant. Despite Olibu's efforts, Chapuchai's speed and ability create clones that make him a challenging opponent. However, Olibu cleverly takes to the air, forcing the clones to crash into each other and secures his victory. After several matches, Goku takes the stage to face Caterpie, a fighter from the South Galaxy. Caterpie's first move is an eye flash, which Goku avoids by flying into the air. The South Galaxy fighter then extends his arms to grab Goku, pulling him into a tight grip and resorts to an unexpected strategy, tickling. The crowd watches in disbelief as Goku bursts into uncontrollable laughter. Finally, Goku powers up and sends Caterpie flying, declaring that his opponent isn't very strong. Offended, Caterpie drops and transforms into a pupa in preparation for his next stage of evolution. When the announcer questions South Kai on how long this transformation will take, the reply shocks everyone: 1,200 years. With no desire to delay the tournament for a millennium, the Grand Kai declares Goku the winner by default. Delighted though confused with his first victory, Goku looks forward to the challenges ahead. As the tournament continues, the announcer introduces the contenders advancing to the quarterfinals. Representing the South is Torby and Frog. Representing the East is Aqua. Representing the North is Goku and Olibu. And representing the West is Mariako, Tapikar, and Pikkon. First up, Torby, a red and white fighter with small, insect-like wings, faces Tapikar, a small, cat-like man known for his speed. Tapikar impresses the audience by darting around the ring at incredible speeds, running literal circles around Torby. Even Goku notes that Tapikar is so fast, his eyes can't keep up with him. When Torby tries to counter with a flying punch, Tapikar's agility makes him nearly untouchable. However, just as Tapikar is about to finish the match, he suddenly stops, announcing he's too tired to continue and forfeits. West Kai tries to excuse the loss by blaming the ring's design, claiming it's only suitable for larger fighters. King Kai, however, fires back, calling him a sore loser. The next match is Mariako, a massive dinosaur-like warrior with impressive muscles, against Frog, who supports a Greek-style clothing. Frog initiates with a powerful kick, but Mariako counters with a devastating punch, sending Frog flying. Determined, Frog grows into an enormous size, overtaking the arena floor and threatening to knock Mariako out of bounds. Just when it seems Frog has the upper hand, Mariako showcases his incredible strength by lifting the colossal fighter and hurling him off the ring entirely, sending him crashing onto a nearby planet. With that, Frog is knocked unconscious and Mariako is declared the winner. Goku readies himself to face Aqua, a small, perpetually sad-looking fish-like fighter. As soon as the match begins, Goku lands a powerful kick, sending Aqua flying. At East Kai's urging, Aqua unleashes his special ability, transforming the ring into a water arena to gain the upper hand. Using his aquatic advantage, Aqua begins overpowering Goku. However, Goku counters with a solar flare, blinding Aqua, and leaps out of the water to charge a Kamehameha wave. Aqua, unable to react, is blasted out of the ring as the water dissipates, returning the ring to normal. The audience, including Pikkon, is impressed by Goku's performance, and Goku is declared the winner. While East Kai berates Aqua, ordering him to run 1,000 laps around Grand Kai's palace for tarnishing her reputation, Goku commends Aqua's abilities and offers a rematch someday. For the first time, Aqua smiles until East Kai interrupts with more yelling. The last match of the quarterfinals pits Olibu against Pikkon. Before the match begins, the announcer highlights how evenly matched the fighters are, noting that both are favored by the Grand Kai. As the fight starts, Pikkon pushes Olibu back with the sheer force of his energy. Olibu fires a homing ki blast, which Pikkon takes to the sky to evade. After the blast destroys a moon, Pikkon skillfully deflects it. The two exchange a barrage of punches and kicks so intense that nearby moons are destroyed in the process. Olibu lands a powerful hit, knocking Pikkon down to the ring. The two continue exchanging blows, neither backing down and on even footing. Goku, watching from the sidelines, remarks that both fighters are the epitome of true martial arts, while the crowd and Kai are in awe of their extraordinary power. The battle reaches its conclusion when Olibu is suddenly knocked out of the ring, prompting a stunning silence amongst the crowd. Displaying great sportsmanship, he flies back, admits defeat, and shakes Pikkon's hand. The Grand Kai questions what Goku thought of the match, and Goku replies he's trembling with excitement. With the quarterfinals complete, Goku notes it's going to take all he's got to defeat Pikkon. Starting off the semi-finals, Goku faces off against Mariako, the dinosaur-like fighter. Both fighters charge at each other, but their movements are so swift and precise that neither can land a hit. Observing from the sidelines, Pikkon notes to himself that Goku can dodge well, but seems to lack focus. The tide turns when Mariako lands a powerful blow, sending Goku hurtling through a cluster of meteors. Goku quickly recovers and flies straight back toward his opponent, only to find Mariako lifting a massive meteor to hurl at him. Reacting swiftly, Goku fires an energy beam that shatters the meteor into pieces. Mariako attempts to hide, but Goku senses his energy, delivering a hard kick, grabs his tail, and throws him out of the ring. With that, Goku is declared the winner. Pikkon watches Goku with interest, eager for their impending match. Meanwhile, King Kai seizes the opportunity to mock West Kai over Mariako's loss. West Kai, however, dismisses the defeat, claiming he instructed Mariako to throw the fight so that both finalists wouldn't be his students. This sparks a heated argument between the two Kai over which fighter, Goku or Pikkon, will emerge victorious. To settle their rivalry, West Kai proposes a wager. If Goku defeats Pikkon, he'll give North Kai his planet. King Kai then ups the stakes, declaring that if Pikkon wins, he'll become West Kai's servant. As the tension rises, Goku approaches King Kai, only for his stomach to growl loudly, cutting through the seriousness of the moment. The Grand Kai laughs and presents Goku with a feast prepared just for him, and meanwhile, Pikkon prepares to face his next opponent, Torby. King Kai encourages Goku to watch, but Goku waves him off, confident in Pikkon's inevitable victory. Nearby, East Kai is busy reprimanding her students, forcing them to run laps for losing their matches. At the same time, Pikkon swiftly defeats Torby off-screen and advances to the final round to face Goku. However, Goku is still preoccupied with his meal, forcing King Kai to drag him to the ring. Even East Kai momentarily abandons her students to watch the much-anticipated final match. The final match begins with Goku landing a few hits on Pikkon, who remains unfazed. Goku warns Pikkon to block when he decides to unleash his full strength, but Pikkon abruptly counters with a punch, catching Goku off guard. Recovering quickly, Goku retaliates, and the two unleash a rapid-fire exchange of energy blasts. In an exciting display, Goku and Pikkon charge at each other, their respective blasts trailing behind them. At the last moment, they dodge, causing the energy beams to collide and explode in a brilliant burst. Both fighters land and engage in a fierce physical struggle. Goku manages to push Pikkon toward the edge of the ring, but Pikkon taunts him and regains some ground. As they clash, Pikkon begins to wonder why he can't overpower Goku. Attempting to break the stalemate, Pikkon goes for a kick, but Goku narrowly dodges at the last second. Impressed by Goku's resilience, Pikkon acknowledges his strength and removes his weighted clothing, tossing it aside. Goku picks it up and comments on how his friend Piccolo also trains with weighted clothing. Smiling, Goku throws the garments aside and powers up to Super Saiyan, signaling that the real fight is about to begin. The sheer power of Goku's Super Saiyan transformation leaves everyone in awe, especially Pikkon. The three Kai, baffled by what they're witnessing, turn to North Kai, who explains the significance of Goku's transformation. Without hesitation, Goku fires a Kamehameha at Pikkon, but Pikkon swiftly dodges. Goku, sensing Pikkon's energy, unleashes a series of blasts, but none manage to connect. Searching for his opponent, Goku hears Pikkon's voice above him. Pikkon expresses disappointment in Goku's focus and retaliates with his Hyper Tornado attack, trapping Goku in a whirlwind of razor-sharp winds that leave him cut and battered. Pikkon urges Goku to surrender, but Goku refuses, powering up and shattering the tornado. He then surprises everyone by combining his Super Saiyan state with the Kaioken technique, delivering a powerful blow that sends Pikkon hurtling into a meteor. Goku attempts to follow up with another Kamehameha, but Pikkon recovers and slams into him mid-charge. The two clash fiercely, with Goku firing a blast to stop Pikkon's advance. Pikkon, however, overpowers the blast, breaking through to nearly knock Goku out of bounds, but Goku evades the finishing blow. The fight temporarily pauses as both warriors land on the ground, their power leaving everyone, including the Kai, stunned. Pikkon, impressed yet bewildered by Goku's strength, admits he underestimated him. Goku explains that facing such a formidable opponent pushes him to new heights, and Pikkon powers up and unveils his Thunder Flash attack. Goku is left completely defenseless as he's hit head-on by the blast, barely managing to stand after enduring the devastating technique. When Pikkon unleashes the Thunder Flash attack a second time, Goku blocks part of it but is still sent flying backward, suffering significant damage. Pikkon takes to the air and fires a powerful energy blast, but Goku uses instant transmission to evade and re-engage Pikkon in aerial combat. The relentless exchange of blows leave the Kai speechless, and the intensity escalates as Goku and Pikkon blast each other with enough force to send both spiraling uncontrollably. The audience loses sight of them, but the Grand Kai watches intently. The fighters regain balance on the ceiling of the arena and resume their battle, each launching a flurry of attacks, ending in a colliding blow to their fists. Goku fires another Kamehameha, but Pikkon deflects it, realizing he needs a new strategy. Goku decides to catch Pikkon off guard. However, Pikkon strikes first, slamming Goku into the ground. Landing near him, Pikkon intends to finish a weakened Goku, preparing to unleash the Thunder Flash attack a third time. Goku, analyzing the attack, searches for a vulnerability. As Pikkon begins the technique, Goku spots the weak point. Just as Pikkon fires, Goku teleports behind him and delivers a point-blank Kamehameha, catching Pikkon by surprise and knocking him out of the ring. With this, Goku is declared the winner and champion of the Otherworld tournament. Afterward, Goku helps Pikkon to his feet, remarking that using the Thunder Flash attack repeatedly was a mistake. By the third time, Goku had identified its flaw. Pikkon acknowledges the insight, congratulating Goku as an excellent fighter, and steps away. Before the victory can sink in though, the Grand Kai announces that both fighters are disqualified. Since they landed on the ceiling, which is also considered the stadium floor, they technically violated the rules and exited the ring. Goku readily agrees with the ruling, and the Grand Kai reveals that both Goku and Pikkon will receive private lessons from him in 200 years. He privately admits to himself that this will give him enough time to get back into shape, as he's been out of practice for far too long to match the level of these impressive fighters. Goku, thrilled by the opportunity, continues his individual training, while several years pass on planet Earth. A teenage Gohan prepares to leave for school as Chi-Chi rushes out, reminding him not to forget his lunch. Gohan thanks her, takes off on the flying Nimbus, and heads toward high school, beginning the start of what we know as the Majin Buu saga. But what did you guys think of the Otherworld saga? Is it your first time seeing it? Let me know down in the comments. If you made it this far, thanks for dropping a like on the video and subscribing.